Sagittarius, last month was all about releasing your power, and it's definitely here now in July. The overall energy is that of the Emperor, an incredibly powerful card, incredibly powerful, and maybe a little bit conservative, somebody that people look up to, a fatherly figure, I suppose, above all. Last month was characterised by being about multiple opportunities, not all of what they seem. Well, last month it suggested that this month would be about that. So I suspect it comes at the interregnum of the 2 months, really. But I'm pleased to see that level of continuity. The thing that's happening this month is that you are learning to put up appropriate boundaries. And I think you really need them because an awful lot has happened to you. There's been an awful lot of deception. Well, maybe these opportunities, as I say, some were poison chalices. So it's learning how to deal with the massive level of deception that there is in the world. Not unnaturally, I think you're somewhat tired. It's worn you out, all that you've had to deal with, all that you're having to do. However, that leads to the outcome, which is a tower moment. Now, tower moments are necessary. They're necessary catharsism. So maybe, it's the best thing to have done. But I think had you been a little bit sharper, a little bit more on the ball, you might have spotted this tower coming and changed without needing the universe to pull the rug from under your feet, which is what happens. I say if you'd spotted it, I think maybe you could have worked slowly on rebuilding your life before your life is destroyed. There was a way around it, but I don't want to put too negative a spin on towers. In the future, there is charity. I suspect that's charity coming towards you if you're having to rebuild your life. But it could be you being charitable. It could be you being charitable towards those who maybe are brought about the tower. Now, as I say, in June we were anticipating you to be powerful in July, and you can't have anything more powerful than the Emperor. Massively powerful card, or energy. An energy, extremely strong in every respect, very balanced. A fatherly figure, really, somebody that people look up to. If it has a negative, it's a little bit too conservative. But nevertheless, this is massive power that's coming to you. Maybe as a result of massive power, you don't spot other things going on around you. I'm not sure that it's fair to say that, but it's just a reflection. Now, June, it was suggested that July would be characterised by multiple opportunities, but not all of what they might seem. This is cropping up now as being a summary of June, whereas in June it was suggested it was in the future. So I guess it might have happened at the interregnum. It might have been something that was starting in June and is now apparent. To a large degree, I think this is in the eye of the beholder. If you see it as a poison chalice, then that's what it is. But if you see it as multiple opportunities, and some are very good, some are okay, Some are not so good and some are bad. If you see it as a normal distribution, then you just focus on the fact that there's lots of opportunities. So it's very different, isn't it? Right now, the energy is all about you learning to put up appropriate boundaries. And now, reflecting on the last energy of multiple opportunities, not all are what they seem, and then appropriate boundaries would be a very good way of dealing with such situations. You know, our guru, Parkano, we go and visit him, and he's the sort of person that he just has this charisma that nobody would try and cheat him. Nobody would try to defraud him. I mean, he's a lovely man. People can see that he's a good person. And maybe that's it. But, you know, these boundaries are important because it means that the sort of situations that so many of us get us into on a regular basis don't happen anything like as much for you. In the future, we have charity. It could be you being charitable towards others, particularly given that there is a potential deception again in this month. Certainly the rug gets pulled from under your feet, and probably there are people you could blame. So it could be you trying to understand what has happened and being charitable. But I think it's much more likely to be charity, probably even direct charity, you know, money coming to you to help you rebuild your life. And that's going to be very useful in the future. So I think it's very positive, that. It's very emotional at the moment. It is for everybody. Global issues, world issues are manifesting themselves downwards, and they become personal issues that are very difficult for you to deal with, and taking a rest seems to be the most sensible thing to do. However, that leads to the outcome, and well, I've already told you the outcome is a tower. Could it be that if you weren't resting, if you had your eye on the ball a bit more, you could have avoided the tower? Well, the tower is cathartic, so you don't want to completely avoid the tower. But what you can do is avoid the sort of shock of the tower. The need to rebuild your life doesn't go away, but maybe if you'd not been rested, you'd have spotted things and could have taken maybe drastic measures to avoid what's going to happen. Now, I've said maybe if you didn't rest, you could have spotted what was going to happen. You can't avoid the need to rebuild your life, but you can avoid maybe the shock of it all. Maybe you feel betrayed. You know, maybe there are people you need to forgive, put up the appropriate boundaries, but forgive. But you'd do this by slowly and methodically working towards rebuilding your life before the tower. So rebuilding new structures, maybe rebuilding friendships if there are people that have betrayed you. Doing things instead of being resigned to chaos, slowly working your way through everything. And, you know, I've told you so many times already, haven't I? The ending is a tower moment. Now, I used to see tower moments as terrible things. I mean, they are shocking. You don't expect your life to collapse around your ears, nor do you welcome it. But they're generally necessary. Your house was built on the round foundation, and given this need to put up appropriate boundaries, given the fact that some of the opportunities were poison chalices, I suspect there's some around you that you'd be better off not being so close to. And so this is the opportunity to rebuild without them, the opportunity to rebuild your life in a more productive and better way. So don't look on it negatively. I think it is an opportunity, and I think now we can summarise for you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, at the end of last month, it was suggested that this month of July there'd be multiple opportunities, but not all are what they seem. This is now being shown as a summary for last month. So maybe it was the interregnum, but it's something that probably began last month and is coming to fruition this month. This month is all about you learning to put up appropriate boundaries. So if there were poison chalices in these opportunities, maybe that's a very essential thing for you to be doing. The other thing that was suggested in June about July was that you would become very powerful. And we have this emperor energy. You couldn't be more powerful than the emperor. But I do get concerned that it leads you to a false sense of security, a sense of being all-powerful, that you can do anything, and you don't spot what is coming. Indeed, you know, you've been through a lot, and you take a not unwelcome rest. But while resting, you don't spot what's going to happen. And what's going to happen is a tower moment. Your life comes tumbling down around your ears. Maybe you've been betrayed by somebody. Maybe somebody has betrayed you. Whatever, it'll feel very bitter. But tower moments are generally for the best. It means that your life was built on an unfirm foundation and it needed to be rearranged. So, you know, maybe there are friends, maybe there are people around you that you really didn't ought to be including so strongly in your life, and you're going to have to rebuild your life without them. Now, alternative to resting is slowly rebuilding your life before it comes tumbling down. Slowly and methodically doing that. I guess it's a much nicer way of doing it, but to be honest, in the long run, I don't think that makes much difference. In the future, there is charity. Is this you being charitable towards those who've maybe caused this tower moment? Could be. Or it could be that people are helping you to rebuild your life. I honestly don't know. It could be both, couldn't it?